Good evening. It's
Hi.
been, it's been a little while. Yeah, we haven't played in a while, and I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and then adult stuff. But we are back. I think we're closing in close to the end of the first day of trial. So let's see if we remember exactly what's happening here. The voice on the tape along history is.
I don't remember what we're investigating.
Let's see. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement and prove that you're the young prodigy. The voice is unmistakably female, so there's no point in arguing that.
Oh, this is the kids that were prepping for trial.
Yeah, and
their
one
teacher.
is one is a girl.
But
To,
she lives as a boy.
to whom does the voice on the tape really belong to? The voice on the tape belongs to the victim. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Objection!
Are you mad? The voice on the recording says you're a goner. Oh, and didn't this sound like one of the names? You're a goner, you're a goner?
Yeah.
You're a goner, 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 you're a goner,
Go
Junior.
to the... Her? Was it her? No.
You're a goner, 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 you're a goner. You're a goner. Hugh O'Connor, Hugh O'Connor. Okay. That is something a murderer shouts at their victim, not the other way around. Yeah, that is a problem. You're a goner, you're a goner. Yeah, this is when she figures it out. You're a goner, you a goner, Hugh O'Connor, Hugh O'Connor. Wait a second. Didn't we already see that scene, actually? Oh, Athena, you're scaring me here. You're scared? I'm terrified for even coming up with this. With what? Wait a minute. Did I pull up the wrong one? Oh. Well, why are there... I think I pulled up this one by mistake. Did I pull up the wrong one? No, I'm not recording over it, but I hope I didn't save over it. Ooh. Well, just auto-saved. Shoot, boy. Boy, I hope we're not doing stuff over again. I can wear it with pride. Because I feel like we went over this before. I agree if that's what the victim was saying, but it's not. Yeah.
I don't think she was threatening O'Connor.
Say, when she was shouting, Hugh O'Connor? I think she was scolding. I would like to call one basic fact into question. Is that shout on the tape really saying you're a goner? What are you up to now, Athena? Professor Court's planner says she was supposed to meet with the witness for an important talk. Perhaps our witness, despite being a genius, had done something wrong, and this made Professor Court get angry with him during their private meeting. I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape. Well, if you want to see how it changes things, then let's try a little experiment. Your Honor, I want you to yell at the witness as if you're mad at him. But, and this is important, use his full name. Okay, let's see, Hugh O'Connor. Okay, what did I do to deserve that? Yes, like that. Now try it again, but faster. Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor, Hugh O'Connor, Hugh O'Connor. Wait a second. No. Yet. I'm just an idiot. You think I'd spend the energy to lead you this far if it wasn't true? But it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect. That's a scientific fact. We sometimes mistake shadows for monsters or the wind for voices. Now that you mention it. You can do this, Athena. Just give the old guy one more little push. The sound of the tape recorder never was the phrase, you're a goner. That's only what we thought we heard, when in fact it was the witness getting yelled at. The court will note that this is different from the selective hearing men are so good at. I think you're right, but what was that last part again? Never mind. The important thing is that the voice that was recorded isn't our client's. And since it was the victim scolding the witness, he must now join the list of suspects.
Objection!
His voice sounds so much like Edgeworth's. I had thought that testimony would suffice, but it seems it has come to this. I will not allow such fallacious quibbles to upend this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the court.
Why didn't we already know about it?
Evidence? What's he going to pull out now? Well, we are in the dark age of the law. I feel like that attorney Tom guy that we saw with the outdated.
Yeah.
I feel like he would have a meltdown here.
Well, yeah, we should.
Feast your eyes on this photo, and let me see that insolent look vanish from within them.
Is there a little girl in there?
I see something.
Oh, it's Judith's friend.
Let's see here. Oh, it's a picture of the defendant and the victim. The photograph shows professor and student preparing for the mock trial together. Wait, was this taken in the art room, the room where the murder occurred? Indeed it was, but the revelations do not end there. Do you see the clock on the wall? 7:05.
And the moon's out.
It reads 7:05, a mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape. What? The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after this photo was taken.
Yeah, but who's taking the photo?
Exactly.
There could be someone else in it.
It seems the defendant's culpability in this crime is quite obvious. Oh, be quiet, Judge. Junie was with Professor Court just 5 minutes before she was murdered. What now? Nothing I can say can change that fact. Understand now? You can believe in your client all you wish, but try as you might, such misplaced faith will inevitably be cut down before the cruel, steely blade of truth. Good. Listen, Missy, the person you'd like to save more than anyone else in the world, I'd be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire. But I became a lawyer in defeat. The courts are not the play yards of little children dressed as lawyers. So before you break your back in failure, run along home and grow up. Yeah. If he thinks I'm giving up now, he's got another thing coming. I have to find my inner strength if I ever hope to save him. But I can't think of any way to strike back. The worst are times when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. That's impossible. How could I smile under these circumstances, even if I forced it? This is badder than bad. Who knew Blackwell had that one waiting in the wings? Why didn't that twisted samurai just present it at the beginning? Exactly! Wait, maybe this was his real plan. Was he just trying to show me how weak and powerless I am? Maybe he's right, because I really haven't got a clue. Who's the real killer? Who murdered Professor Constance Court? Robin Newman, a girl who had been forced to live a lie as a guy? Or was it Hugh O'Connor, the honor student who had met with Professor Court? There seems to be little reason to debate the defendant's guilt any longer. The time for a verdict has come. No! That's not gonna happen, man! What's the meaning of this? You can't interrupt a judge about to hand down a... Tee-hee-hee. Maybe, but false verdicts are an N-O-N-O. Why?
Italian grandpa?
No. Miss Newman, please explain yourself. Juniper's not the killer. I know because I know who the real killer is. And now you're telling us? You know who the real killer is. What is she up to now? Yep, I know because the real killer is... M-E, me. Teehee. What? It was me. I did it alone. Just me. I don't get it. Why is she confessing? Miss Newman was witness near the stage. There's even a related photo of her. The more I think about it, the more suspicious she seems. Robin Newman isn't the kind of guy who pins the blame on friends. Just so he can walk free. Get it over with. Declare me guilty already. You're not in trial. How can we declare you guilty?
they're all gonna start saying they did it?
Like Spartacus. Please wait. Juniper, what are you doing? Thank you for all you've done, Athena, but you'll have to forgive me. I can't let my friends take the blame any longer. Junie, no. Don't do it. Hugh and Robin have done nothing wrong. They have absolutely no connection to this case. The real killer is me. I alone am responsible for the entire crime. What? What? Junie, that's not true. Hurry up and retract your statement. I'm afraid it is true. Forgive me, Athena. Order, order. Will somebody please explain what's going on here? I see right through your cheap ploy. School rules state that a prior conviction terminates one's eligibility to graduate. A guilty verdict here would make whatever dreams one had go up in a puff of smoke. Oh, I wasn't aware. Even meek little mice would fight one corner. A pitiful spectacle, I might add. These vermin are trying to protect each other now that they are nowhere else to run. Protect each other? Wait. So was Robin just trying to protect Junie too? If so, then the real killer is... Who's objecting now? Oh my god, is it Hugh? Yep.
Maybe it's that teacher that looks like a statue.
That's what we were thinking last time. Hey, this whole thing's a joke. Uh-oh, now it's Hugh's turn. What? What is wrong with kids these days? I know what just crossed your mind, Miss Sykes. You think I'm the killer, don't you? Wow, he really is a genius. He even knows what you're thinking. Heh, I think it's about time I told you the truth. And I'll even get right to the point. It was me. I did it. Wait. What? Now both potential suspects are claiming to be the real killer. I'm so confused right now. If you still have doubts, how about I detail my murder plot? It's absolutely genius. Enough of this nonsense. This is a court of law, not the set of some high school drama. I see I have no choice. I'm afraid I'll have to... Oi! Wait your baldness! I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm in no position to hand down a verdict just yet. I am hoping that the defense and prosecution can come up with some airtight evidence. This is why I am giving you both the rest of the day to continue investigating this case. Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming. Fine, do as you wish. This brings today's proceedings to a close. Court is adjourned. Court is adjourned. Okay, so they're all protecting each other.
Well, aren't both Robin and Hugh in love with Junie? Junie doesn't really like Hugh. It's like a weird love triangle.
Yeah, and I'm really... I mean, I was kind of thinking last time with you, but I don't think any one of them did. Well, we know Junie didn't, because this takes place before the first trial.
I don't think any of the kids did.
I don't think any of the kids did it. Sorry, boss. I couldn't do it. You know that little bit of advice you gave me? The worst are times when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I don't know exactly what you meant. But what are you doing?
Okay.
Well, maybe the phone should be away from your hands. But there was no way I could force a smile in that courtroom today. I'm just glad you remembered that. But now how about relaxing a little? Relax? Not gonna happen. Junie. She asked me to defend her because she believes in me. But I felt completely helpless. If it weren't for their confessions, But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? No, I can't lose it all. Not now. You okay, Athena? You're turning kind of pale. I can't stand around here. I'm going to finish this investigation. Can't it wait? I just took a batch of freshly baked cookies out of my magic panties.
Ew.
Thanks, but I'd better get going. She doesn't wear them. Remember, they're a prop.
So weird.
Thanks, but I better get going. Save me one for when I get back. Apollo, you wait here. I need to see Junie at the detention center first right away. No, wait, I'm going with you. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'd better go too. No problem. You two be careful. There's so much I need to ask Junie. What happened in court today? Where we go from here? Well now, fancy meeting you here.
Why are you here?
Oh, Professor Means. What brings you here? I asked him to come. He arrived just a little before you. I wanted to ask him something, but first, Athena. I want to apologize for my sudden confession after you worked so hard to defend me. She was calling me Athena until just now. No, I should be the one apologizing. The whole thing spiraled out of my control. Athena, don't worry. I'll really bring it tomorrow. I'll find something to prove your innocence. About that. Athena, I've been thinking of asking Professor Means to defend me. Huh? I myself only just heard of this a moment ago. Oh, so she thinks Professor Means would be... No, I can't let this happen. Not with the way he wants to do things. Junie? I know, Athena, but will you please hear me out? Athena, do you actually think Hugh or Robin could have committed this crime? The body was moved right before the mock trial. Besides Junie, they're the only ones. Who could move freely around the campus at that time? I was afraid you'd say that. Juniper is seeking a lawyer who can clear all three of their names. Only I am capable of such a feat. But how can you possibly prove that all three of them are innocent? I am a result-oriented person. Come tomorrow, I won't fail to have the perfect piece of evidence ready. For the end really does justify the means, especially for me, Professor Aristotle Means.
Sounds bad.
Ugh, I really don't like the sound of that. I'm sorry, but just as you believe I'm innocent, I believe that my friends are innocent too. Alright, if that's how you really feel, we'll respect your decision. Hello! We want to continue our investigation. Could we ask you some more questions? Sure, I don't mind. Professor Means, would you like to stay and join our conversation? Yes, of course. I am your lawyer, after all. There's that smile again. Why does it always creep me out?
Yeah.
About your confession, Junie, it's not true, is it? You just said what you did because Robin had confessed on the stand, didn't you? Yes, I wasn't thinking straight. All I knew was I had to help my friend. You mean because of that school rule? The one that says you can't graduate if you are convicted of a crime? No, I didn't do it because of some rule. I did it because she's my friend.
She thought she was a boy.
Yeah. Dang. Why is there discord in her voice again? Could it really be that the friendship between the three of them is on the rocks? There's more here than meets the eye. When did you three first become friends? Well, even though we were in different courses, we really bonded from the first day at school. We vowed to work together to bring an end to the dark age of the law. That was when our proof of friendship came about. There's that proof of friendship thing again. I just wish this were as simple as that. Yeah, we even have proof of our friendship. Yeah, as long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. The situation kind of changed recently, when the school's policy shifted to training legal professionals who produce results. Allow me to explain. In the lawyer course I teach, producing results means winning trials. Professor Cord, on the other hand, taught that finding the truth was the only valid result. Unfortunately, that clash of ideas created a rift among our students. At some point, we stopped talking about it. Well, that means fewer arguments. It also meant we couldn't be as frank and open with each other as we used to be. I think I understand now. By putting their friendship on a pedestal, they actually did more harm than good. It seems the relationship between the three of them isn't as simple as I thought. Juniper, thank you for talking to us about this difficult subject. Yeah, thanks, Junie. Now, if you could tell us about the day of the murder. Junie, you told us yesterday that you went home a little after 6 p.m. Was that a lie? I'm sorry I didn't tell you this before, but what actually happened was I left the art room a little after 6 p.m. and headed over to my dressing room where I worked on my stage costume until 7. That's it? You didn't go anywhere else? No, nowhere else. If that really were it, then there would be no reason to lie in the first place. She's got to be hiding something else. Junie, do you remember this picture? Yes, but something's wrong here. Wrong? What's wrong? Also, let me take a closer look at that. I mean, that is a weird-looking statue. I know that's the first thing I noticed, but... Let's see...
The moon's out, but could it be going down? Or like the sun coming up?
Yeah.
And it's actually 7:05 a.m.?
Well, either that, or... I mean, that could be. What's wrong? I took this picture at around 6, which was before I'd left the art room. Well, the clock here says it's just after 7. By 7, I'd already been working in my dressing room for some time. So there's definitely something wrong with the time in this picture. I guess we better go check the art room. Okay, just one last question about the day of the murder. On the evening before the mock trial, the evening of the murder, you ran into Hugh. Yes, I did. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? She suddenly went silent. She always was terrible at hiding things. Was she trying to keep their meeting a secret by lying about going home at 6? Alright, I won't press the matter any further. Is there anything else you noticed on the night of the murder? Well, I don't know if this will help, but that evening I went back to my dressing room to get something I'd forgotten there. It was well after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30? Around 8:30, huh? Then to think that after all that hard work, they were finally finished. Oh, right, the statues that Robin made, so they were covered in white sheets. Junie, are you okay? Sorry, I'm a little tired, that's all. Athena, I think this meeting is over. Professor Means? I will use any means possible to get the result I want in Juniper's case. But it will require considerable preparation, so I must be off.
Hold it!
Junie and Professor Means, I have a proposal. A proposal? Wait, this isn't another one of your crazy... By sundown today. Yes. I, Athena Sykes, along with Apollo Justice. Wait a second, don't drag my name into... We're going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery. What? I'm going to bring you solid evidence showing just what the truth is. I see. So it has come to this, has it? If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you'll accept it, Junie, no matter how hard it is to hear. Then you shouldn't need anyone else to defend you except me. Have we got a deal? I trust that's okay with you too, Professor Means? I have no objections as long as Juniper is satisfied with this arrangement. Okay, but only if it's the real truth. I'm sorry to put you through this, Thena, but thank you. Oh, we're Thena again. I've been thinking only of myself this whole time. Junie, it's way too early to thank me, but you can thank me all you want once I get to the bottom of this. Very well. I will see you back here at sundown. Sorry for all the trouble, Professor. It's just she's new to the agency, so... Don't be silly. I found it all rather thrilling. Now, let us meet here again later. I mean, he seems very open to not being a lawyer if he did it, because I feel like if he did it and he is her lawyer, it'd be perfect for him to never have suspicion cast on him. But he could just be, I don't know, one of them overconfident villains. If you'll excuse me, I better go. Okay, see you later. If this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Alright, this is no time to be thinking about that. I've got an investigation to do. I will find the truth by sundown no matter what. Only the 3 mock trial participants could have moved the body before it started. That's why the killer must be Robin, Hugh, or Juniper. Right, and that means at least one of them is lying. To make matters worse, I have a feeling each one of them is hiding some sort of secret. We'll have to bring it all to light. I'm not looking forward to it, but it has to
I
be
don't
done.
know how much more Robin can be hiding. I mean,
Yeah, there was a big
reveal already.
reveal there. Today's trial focused on the day of the crime and the actions of those involved. Yeah, like when the voice was recorded, and who went to the art room and when. If we analyze the info we have, we should be able to ID the killer. There's no lead in these legs. I've been training for a day like this. Okay, on my mark, ready, set? No running for me. I'm done trying to keep up with you. Boy, we should just keep it here. Look at him.
It's very angry.
Yeah. Alright, so let's go to the hallway. Okay. Let's go to the outdoor stage.
Look, that box girl's there.
Yep.
I can't remember what her name is.
Was it my imagination? Did something just move? Oh, I could do that. Miriam Scuttlebutt.
Okay. And we saw her briefly.
Yes. I don't want her to be the murderer because she's so funny hiding in that box. Is it my imagination or did something just move? Afternoon, you two. Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? Don't you think sneaking onto campus like this is just slightly suspicious? I'll have you know I'm continuing my investigation in the strictest of confidence. I don't want to be caught napping again at tomorrow's trial. And that means a thorough investigation today. Think you can lend us a hand? I'm not one to refuse a damsel in distress. But you needn't have asked, Fraulein. I'd intended to help from the start. You're the best, Prosecutor Gavin. Okay, time for a thorough investigation. I bet we missed lots of stuff yesterday.
Tomorrow he's our buddy.
Well, he was never our enemy, if you think about it. I mean, he was, but he literally invited us to his concert, and he basically helped us at the end of all 3 cases.
He's a good guy. He's really good.
Yeah, he's not like, Actually, most of the prosecutors have been good underneath it all.
Yeah, they've been our friends.
Yeah.
To do the right thing.
Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you? That's right, but I hadn't seen this stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and big crescent moon isn't half bad. We also had some tricks up our sleeve to make the concert really rock. Pyrotechnics, a fog machine, big banners, things like that. It would have looked like this. Oh, the plans from yesterday. What's that design on the banner there in the back? I know the scales are the school emblem. But what's with the number 6? It looks like it's in serious pain or something. Athena, Ixnay on the Ixay. That's the Gaviner's logo, Fraulein. Oh, and nice pig Latin air forehead, really smooth. Oh, I meant, it looks like the number 6 rocking seriously hard. 9, Fraulein. It's a G for Gaviners, not a 6, but whatever floats your pretty boat. So where is the banner? I don't see it anywhere on stage. It was an important part of the show, but the school managed to misplace it somehow. It's a pity. We had it specially made from heavyweight, high-grade cloth. A missing banner and 2 broken statues. There are mysteries aplenty to be solved, yeah? Come to think of it, one of the broken statues was a Prosecutor Gavin. As you can see here in the stage plans, right here we have the statue of him. And right here, Air Right statue. But little does that matter now, as we both lie in pieces thanks to you, Air Forehead. What did I ever do to you? Actually, this statue broke into rather large pieces. Why don't we try to put it back together? Maybe we'll learn something new. Picking up the pieces of a shattered rock star? Tongue. That's one uber cool idea. There might even be a song in there somewhere. Yay! Let's do this. Chanel. Is that an investigation or am I interrupting a German language club social event? Alright. I don't know, this is fine for a rock concert, but the nighttime sky is a backdrop for a courtroom? Personally, I think it's breathtaking. I mean, speaking the truth under a starry sky, don't you think it's romantic, Fraulein? And the waning crescent moon represents the maximum 3-day trial cycle.
Behind the window when you took the picture?
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like this looks... because at first I was wondering why we were investigating at night since the trial just ended. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, it's the backdrop. But that looks very familiar to this. Yeah, that looks identical. 3-day trials outdoors, no thanks. If it starts raining, my hair will be ruined. You! Wait, you don't think this weird box here is... Hands off. I knew it. I'd know that voice anywhere. Let's just ignore it. I mean, it made its wishes loud and clear. So this is the future cardboard box technology has afforded us, huh? Really? Wow, they built a witness stand, too, even though it's just a temporary stage. Oh, but I think they're still working on it. Let's see what the voice says. Caution, pedestal features a high-speed rotation mode. Activate with care. You mean this thing spins? It's a bit too far away to get a good look. Oh yeah, we can, yeah. I guess that's how we put them together, I guess. Body's gone. All that's left is a white outline. I never knew Professor Court personally, but seeing her reduced to a white outline leaves me cold inside. But in a way, she still lives on in the messages she left behind, like the strange way her body was posed and the signs of her wrist being bound. You're right, let's use her final messages to catch her killer. The other statue Robin made, it's been smashed to bits. If there were some larger pieces, we might be able to put this one back together too. Yeah, but all I see are itty-bitty ones. I wonder what Mr. Wright would do. If he knew we put Prosecutor Gavin's statue back together, but left his like this. We could always come back to it after the case is solved. I'll help you fix it. Oh, here. Found one, a piece of Prosecutor Gavin's shattered pride. Are you saying my pride is as fragile as plaster of Paris? It looks like there are other large pieces scattered about. Okay, let's find what we can. Oh, hey! Found another piece of the statue, but there should still be some more. Leave no stone unturned. I think I see another one up there, unless that's a different one. Found another piece, but there should still be some more. Nope. No, unfortunately. Oh, I like the view. The judge can look down on everything from up here. Yeah, not bad for a temporary stage. Is that so, Mr. Justice? Hey, your judge act from the mock trial? I don't know why, but it's kind of creeps me out. Wrong answer again, Mr. Justice. Penalty for our mock lawyer. That is not funny. Okay. There's even a prosecutor's bench here on the stage. Ah, the memories, Fraulein. As a former rock star and a prosecutor, the prosecutor's bench has taught me much about human emotions, passion, and fight. I can picture it now, you with your silvery, singing voice and Apollo sweating bullets. Hey. You did it a lot. Found another one, but there still should be more. Oh, and then there's that white one. This looks like another piece. Thanks, Apollo. This makes 5 pieces in all. I think we have all we're going to find. Let's get back to where Prosecutor Gavin was shattered. I think you might want to reword that. Well, I don't see any other big pieces lying around. Let's see if we can put the statue back together. Alright, Apollo. You come over here, and Prosecutor Gavin, if you could hold this. We did it. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Yeah, but don't you think it's strange? We put the statue back together, but look. What's with all these leftover white pieces? These look like they go together. And this one, too. Athena, what do you think you're doing? Don't stop me now. The artist inside me wants to get out and have a good time. So, what is it? Ah, it's the goddess of law holding a pair of scales in one hand and a sword in the other. That's quite the feat you pulled off there, Fraulein. Phew, I love that feeling you get after you work really hard on something. No, 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 I knew who it was. I meant to ask what it's doing there. Not sure. There's no statue like this in the stage plans. Still, I could swear I've seen that statue somewhere before. In the picture, right?
It's in her office, isn't it? Something similar.
The more we learn, the deeper the rabbit hole goes. Well, that would just looks like a bunch of weird things put together. No one knows where it came from. At least we're moving in the right direction. Let's keep searching the stage for clues. I've been wondering about something this whole time. You know that pole at the edge of the stage? You mean this? It has a wire that goes off and connects to something somewhere. This wire is for hanging banners over the stage. One of the policemen who was here earlier was checking how it worked. Oh, so that's why the banner looks like it's out of place. The banners are hung and removed from the art room over there. That's the art room over there, as in the scene of the crime. Bingo, Fraulein. It's still crawling with cops, though. Hey, anyone in the art room? Wow. Oh, it's you people. Ha ha ha. In justice we trust. Ah, it's Detective Fulbright. In justice we trust. Is that some kind of a greeting between you two? Detective Fulbright, can you lower that banner from there? Of course! Just leave it to me. How's that? Ha, ha, phew! Thanks, Detective. In justice we trust. Ha ha ha. Always glad to help. In justice we trust. So, is that some kind of greeting between you two or not? Well, it looks like the banner's down now. Let's go take a look. Yeah. Look at that banner. I don't think it would flap very well in the wind. An unflappable banner. Hey, I like that. It goes perfect with unflappable lawyers and unflappable rockers. It's like it was made for this very stage. Look at this. The bottom part is all knotted up. Let me try and unravel it. Yeah, geez, did you really have to? You don't come across an unflappable banner every day. Athena, there are some things that have to yield to forces beyond themselves. What a cruel world we live in. Hey, a scrap of paper was caught up inside. It's flung away. I got it. Yes, great catch, huh? Cobra Hue 120. Looks like some kind of note. What does it say? Cobra Hue 120. What's that supposed to mean? Test score, maybe? Pretty impressive when you consider that 100 is a perfect score. I don't see how even Hugh can get beyond perfect. Extra credit! Fraulein, shall we inspect the banner again now it's been unraveled? It could be a room, maybe? Or the time? This is the emblem that's on Junie's school uniform. Hey, you're right. Wait a second. It's hard to see against that red material, but look. There's a dark red stain here, just under the emblem. This banner was on a wire connected to the art room. Right, and the art room is where the murder occurred. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? This stain might be from the victim's blood.
It's not a trace amount.
Yeah. This statue doesn't look anything like you or Mr. Wright. The goddess bearing scales and a sword. She's a symbol of fairness and strength. But she and her symbols were shattered along with the statues of you and Mr. Wright. This is a direct challenge to the rule of law. Well, if they want to fight, they've got one. Whoa, take it down a notch, Tiger. Let's save the fighting for when we find our culprit. Phew, that was a whole lot of poking around in such a short time. Does that mean you're satisfied? Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to check out. See that metal fence back there? There's just that one segment, so it seems out of place. It looks like they were in the process of removing them after the stage was set up, but they were never able to finish on account of the murder. We should take a look if you think it could be important. This track looks man-made. Yeah, you see the mark on the top? Hey, you're right, and it looks like it starts from behind the backdrop. Maybe a big muddy pro wrestler was hiding back there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Wow, that was totally random, but we'll never know until we take a look. See, he agrees with you.
Yeah.
Looks like something was being dragged through here, and this is where it started. Yeah, but whatever it was, it's long gone. Must have been pretty heavy. Perhaps it was used in setting up the school festival. Ah, then I guess it wasn't a pro wrestler. Still, this could be something important. Well, that's about it for the stage. Right, I think we better search the art room next. I think I'll hang around here for a while. But make sure to tell me once you find it, yeah? Find what? What else? The Governor's banner that disappeared from the stage. You never know. It just might be connected to the case at hand. I bet it is.
And that was hanging on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Really? Or does he just want his banner back?
Maybe a little column A, a little column B.
Little column, yeah. A little of all columns. Don't tell me. So in short, that's... hey. This girl. That fox. It just took off running. I have a pretty good idea who that is, as I suspect you do too. Come on, we can't afford to have any weird articles written about us. The maintenance area is over in that direction, after that box. Miriam, you're liable to get tossed in the garbage truck if you hang around here. I'm just an empty box, and that's what you do with them. You throw them away. Boy, she had an advertisement? That wasn't here before. Hey, did you change boxes? I like the new look. What does it matter anymore? I was a complete failure in court today. My work, my pride, my dreams, everything I've worked so hard for. God. Yeah, remember she sweats in the... That's why I like her. She's my favorite in the case. Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter? A failure as a reporter? Ka ka ka. Ka ka ka. Come to think of it, calling her a failure as a reporter might have been a bit extreme. Scold me, despise me, pack me away where I'll never see the light of day. I've been cast aside to waste away into a big pile of mushy paper mache. I kind of feel responsible for this, but now's our chance to prod her for information while she's vulnerable. I bet that's what you were just thinking. He read me like a book. Scuttling Scuttlebutt. That was you on the stage earlier, wasn't it? Why'd you run off like that? Take a look at this. Why are you showing me a burnt-up old rag? Wait, it's really hard to see, but I think that's the Governor's logo. So, is this the banner that disappeared? It's all burned up. Don't look at me, I just happened to find it in the incinerator. Incinerator? Did Blackwell actually make good on his threat to burn her box? We should probably try to find out whether someone tried to destroy this on purpose. Yeah, this banner is sounding less and less unrelated to our case, Apollo. Miriam, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have said you were a failure as a reporter. Too late. I already decided journalism isn't for me. The last step is to erase all the photos on my PC. I'm really going to do it. Here goes. 5%, 10%, 4 years of my life down the drain. Shouldn't we stop her, Athena? Miriam, you should keep publishing your paper. I didn't mean what I said, okay? You didn't mean it? Oh no, my photo stopped. Cancel. Abort! Did you stop it in time? Deletion progress 99% complete. There are only 2 pictures left. What are you going to do now with... Don't worry, Miriam. Your photos may be gone, but the memory of your photographic genius will live on forever in all of our hearts. Oh, Athena, that was cringeworthy. Hey, Miriam, check this out. You took some amazing photos of the 3 of them. I'm sure they really appreciated it. Obviously, I'm the ace member of the newspaper club. The only member, in fact. I know this won't make up for the photos you lost, but here are your newspapers back. There's no rest for the wicked. I plan on pursuing those three for as long as I live. Miriam, why are you so obsessed with Juniper, Hugh, and Robin? Obsessed? I'm not obsessed with them. It's just they were so close ever since their freshman years, so, well... Athena, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, I think that's the only explanation. Wait a second, you're not thinking what I think you're thinking.
Objection!
That's exactly what he's thinking, Miriam. You want in on their little trio. How could you possibly know that? That's one abused laptop. My laptop won't turn on. Never thought my life would end so soon. A mere 17 years. Now I really feel bad. Oh, I know. Miriam, we have a laptop at the office. We'd be happy to lend it to you. Huh? You have a laptop I could use? Sure, but on one condition. I want you to ask Junie, Hugh, and Robin if you can hang out with them. What? Like I could ever do that. Sorry, but that's the deal if you want to borrow our laptop. You scare me sometimes, Athena. You're like good cop, bad cop, all rolled into one. Fine, I'll do it, if that's all you want. Yay! I'll be by later to bring you the laptop. Wait, it's not like I owe you anything, but here. Thanks. Oh, it's a set of pictures. Looks like they're setting up the stage. Yeah, and I took them while they were putting the stage's backdrop into place.
That's
Now we're seeing the dude.
the dude.
Well, yeah, the professor
But
means.
see, that's the backdrop, so the moon is behind the art.
Yes, yes. And I bet you later, we're gonna get to a point in the trial where that was at 6. So notice it's 6:01, and then we'll say that's when the picture was taken. But that doesn't explain the clock, and maybe the clock's just broken.
It does explain it.
But it's at 7
No.
on the clock. That's 7:05. These are the last 2 photos that didn't get deleted. They're all yours. Well, see you around, scary lawyer lady. I love her. That was really impressive, Athena. What's next? Well, I'd like to talk to Hugh or Robin if possible. Okay, let's walk around and see if we can find them. Let's see. Are they in the... Oh.
No.
Hey, that's Hugh over there. Hugh, we wanted a word with you, if you don't mind. If it was Mr. Wright, then sure, but you two, meh. I knew it. There's a hint of discord in Hugh's voice. You're not getting off that easy. After all, you're a possible suspect, plus you actually confessed in court. Whatever. So, what do you want from me? Make it brief. I don't have a lot of time, and I assume you don't either. About your confession today, you weren't serious about that, were you? Let's just say I had no choice thanks to a certain lawyer who failed to get the job done. So, you're really prepared to take the blame for this? Not gonna happen. The voice on the tape is female, so that rules me out. Let's put it this way, you don't actually believe that ridiculous play on words, do you? Well, my confession is just like that, a means to an end. Or as we say around here, the dark age of the law, the end justifies the means. Ugh, but I actually do believe the voice is shouting Hugh O'Connor. Juniper's confession was quite advantageous for the real killer. But if Robin or I were actually the killer, we wouldn't have confessed. It's that simple. Even you should be capable of such reasoning, or have I overestimated you? You'll make a great lawyer someday. I mean, you seem to enjoy getting under people's skin. Could Hugh and Robin's confession truly prove their innocence instead of their guilt? This is going to take some serious thinking on my part. It sure looked like Prosecutor Blackhill was twisting your arm to testify earlier today. Is there some sort of secret he's using against you? I have no intention of saying anything more. Now if you'll excuse me. Hold, I'm not through with you yet. Yeah, it seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me. Leave, and we might just discuss you-know-what. Oh, I remember that. One little statement and Mr. Cool loses it. I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify. You really are a rank amateur. Even if that were true, you'd think I'd open up to you? So he's not denying it. That secret might be causing the discord in his voice. Then again, we have the same problem with Junie and Robin. Hey, you're just wasting your time and mine. Next question. About that meeting with Professor Cord on the 23rd, why did she want to see you? I have no intention of telling you. You'll have to force it out of me any way you can.
Oh, Cyclops type thing.
I don't know. That's a dark age of the law or something. Professor Mean strikes again. Then again, Hugh is in the lawyer course. But didn't Professor Quark used to say that the only good result is the truth? So why don't you drop this whole charade and just tell me the truth? The truth. How can you be so sure it will help you solve this case? The truth isn't necessarily your friend, nor Juniper's for that matter. No, you're wrong. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to defend Junie the right way using the truth. That's the only way to honor Junie's wishes and Professor Quark's memory. I see. Very well, Miss Sykes. I'll testify tomorrow about that truth you're so interested in. Hugh. But, heh.
Uh-oh.
Don't look to me if something happens to Juniper because of it. Understand? What's that supposed to mean? What a terrible thing to say. I thought you guys were friends. Yes, we were, until just recently, actually. Were? I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. What? Why? Just as I have my secret, she has a side you've never seen. Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is. What are you saying? This conversation is over. I said I don't have a lot of time, and I meant it.
Douchebag.
So no. Hugh, wait! He's gone. He doesn't care about her anymore? Why would he say that? That didn't go so well. I guess we'll just have to pin our hopes on his testimony tomorrow. Athena, what do you say we head over to the art room? Might be a nice change of pace. Hopefully the police have completed their investigation. Alright, we don't have much time left anyway. Ooh, that looks like Juniper? Kinda. Ha ha ha. Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends again. Thanks again for lowering that school banner for us earlier. Don't mention it. Helping those in need is what my brand of justice is all about. Right, so this art room was where the murder actually occurred. That's right. You can't see it with the naked eye, but there's blood on the floor. That area roped off in the middle of the room marks the spot. The police investigation is done, so if you want to look around, knock yourselves out. Find anything new, Detective Fulbright? Ha ha ha, good question. Unfortunately, the answer is nothing much yet. He sure is confident for having found nothing. But if we're talking outside of the art room, there has been a major breakthrough. Oh dear, unless I find out what that is, I don't know what I shall do. No need for the theatrics. I was told I could fill you in on this one. Wow, you saw right through me, Detective. I'm impressed. Looking to get arrested for murder via unwarranted flattery, are we? So, what's the major breakthrough you mentioned? You want to know? You really want to know? You really? Come on, just tell us already. Aw, you're no fun. Anywho, we got the results of the voice print analysis back. Voice print? You mean from this tape recorder? Exactly, the voice belongs to the suspect, Miss Woods, beyond a shadow of a doubt. See right here, they analyzed the voice on the tape inside and out. And you thought the voice on the tape was saying Hugh O'Connor. Ah ha 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 ha. It could still have, it was just her voice that did it, right? Oh, why am I, Does the voice shouting "You're a goner" belong to Juniper Woods? The voice is a perfect match. Testing is underway regarding signs of post-recording editing. The tape has about 10 minutes 35 seconds of noise requiring further testing. Interesting. Thanks for the good laugh, Miss Sykes. He's the last person I want laughing at me. So now there's evidence of Juniper shouting "You're a goner" around the time of death. If we were to take this as truth, how are we supposed to make sense of it? I don't know. I can't think of any reason why Junie would shout that in the first place. Alright. Use. A mock trial script on the floor, and nearby an envelope marked Use. I wonder if Miriam's script was ever really inside that envelope. Let's see here. By Miriam Scuttlebutt. The title is Rouge et Noir, Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. I wouldn't take part in that mock trial if she begged me. It says there are special rules allowing the payment of bribes while court is adjourned. Oh, and you can bring in up to $3 worth of fabricated evidence. It also says, welcome to the darkest mock trial ever, where the end justifies the means. The prosecution, I seriously doubt she'd pick a script entitled Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. Wow, you have that title memorized already. A picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. Cord. C. Cord. Wow, Professor Cord must have painted this. So, is this what they consider art? I really don't get it. I swear I've seen this girl before. There's an air of fragility about her, and those pity-inducing eyes. Who is this again? Her name's on the tip of my tongue. Hey, this area with the rope around it. That's where we detected a large bloodstain. In short, the victim was stabbed here or somewhere close by. The fact that there's no visible blood means it was wiped up with something, right? Right, but we were able to detect trace amounts of blood. Merely wiping it up does not remove all evidence of wrongdoing, and that, in a nutshell, is justice, right? I'd appreciate it if you'd let me have the cool lines. Well, we know what it was wiped with. It was wiped with the Governor's banner. And also, you'll notice, this was in that photo, and there's no way they could have seen the moon if it was up, because all you can see is a building. I can see the other half of the building over there, and the quad and stage down below. Yeah, this must be the window Detective Fulbright took his head out of earlier. Oh yeah, thanks for the help, Detective. A true champion of justice always comes running to those in need. Great, then how about telling us Prosecutor Blackwell's strategy for tomorrow? Alright, let me think. Well... Oh, hey, I'm not falling for that. So close I could almost taste it. Some wire and a winch. So this is how they reel the batters in and out. There's a nice view of the stage from here. Prosecutor Gavin is still standing in front of that broken statue. So it really wasn't you, Apollo. Don't worry, you can tell me. I won't tell anyone. I'll never clear my name unless we catch the real culprit. Hey, it's gone. Remember that strange statue in the school camera photo? You're right. Wonder where it is. Robin's a member of the Fine Arts Club. Maybe she could shed some light on this. A picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. R. Newman. Wow, Robin must have painted this. Is this Juniper? The clothes are different, but... Oh, look! There's a piece of paper stuck to the back. Let's see what it says. Completely lacks Professor Quart's artistry. Must keep practicing Robin. Huh, I think this is plenty good myself. I wonder what it would have looked like if Professor Quart had painted Juniper. I bet it would have been really artistic looking. Yeah! It's right there! Isn't that a mock trial script? Actually, there's a whole bunch of them here. Let's see. Looks like everyone from the judge corps submitted one. The victim, Constance Court, was the Fine Art Club's advisor, so she probably spent a lot of time up here, in addition to her other duties. This isn't where I keep a bunch of scripts, but I'd wager that's how they wound up here. Poor, stressed out, overworked Professor Court. I know exactly how that feels. You must, because your desk always looks like a tornado hit it. Tis, you want to talk, Apollo. Me? What about Mr. Wright? Maybe we should rename the firm Wright Stuff All Over the Place Agency. Look, a piece of pottery. Looks like it's already been fired. I bet Robin made it. And I bet it won't last long, not with the way she deals with her own work, anyway. Yeah, it seems like such a waste. I mean, this one already has some color on it. It looks just like bloodstains the way the glaze was dribbled on it. Just like bloodstains. In justice we trust. That does look like bloodstains. We'd better examine it at once. I get it. The victim was stabbed in the middle of the room where the big bloodstain is, and then brought over here, at which point some of her blood dripped onto these pieces. That means the body very well could have been dropped from this window. In the mock trial script, the body was dropped onto a mat. Then a ball cart was used to move it over to the stage. The maintenance area is below this room, and the storehouse there has a mat and ball cart. So, even the moving of the body was carried out just like in the script. The killer sure had a thing for Junie's script. Well, what did you expect? That's why we suspected the defendant in the first place. Well, you were wrong, and I'm going to prove it in court. It kind of looks like there's a prosecutor's badge at the top of the statue. But it's not if you look real close. Another strange, difficult to understand work of art. Oh, look, it has a title. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Heh, real creative. Art. Either it's too abstract to understand or as subtle as a sledgehammer. Three busts sitting on a shelf. A judge, a defendant, neither a lawyer or prosecutor. The bearded one must be the judge, and the bummed-out-looking one the defendant. Look, there's another one that's fallen onto the floor. I wonder which one fell, the lawyer or the prosecutor. Think, Apollo, think. This could tell us how tomorrow's trial will go. I'll just wait for tomorrow's horoscopes, thanks. Hey, look! That's you on this mobile, Apollo. A red demon. A red demon? Looks more like a snake curled around a brush to me. No, see the antenna and the yellow spots on its back? Anyone can see it's a ladybug. I guess we'll have to agree to disagree. Fine, we can investigate this further at a later date. Agreed? Okay, let's do that. You okay with that, Athena? I really regret breaking this up. There's a paint palette here. No surprise there, considering this is the art room. Looks like someone mixed yellow and red to make orange. I prefer yellow. You, on the other hand, are way too red. What's that supposed to mean? I think this is saying that the two of us have to work together to solve this case. Oh, what if this is Professor Court sending us a message from beyond the grave? What about the blob right next to it, the one with red and green? Maybe she's implying that you need more delicious greens in your diet. Are you saying Professor Court is watching over our dietary habits from the pearly gates? Yes, so... There's nowhere else to... Oh, the clock! This is the clock that created the major problem for Junie. Let's take a closer look. Don't waste your time, I've checked it, it's 100% accurate. You sure? How'd you check it? Of course I'm sure, I compared it with my own watch, see? Detective Fulbright, didn't you notice that your watch had stopped? It has? Ah, this is unacceptable! We obviously can't rely on him. Let's take a look for ourselves. Let's see, wait a second. It's ahead by 1 whole hour. Well, Detective? But this clock must have been an hour ahead when this photo was taken. If so, that would fit perfectly with Junie's testimony. Prosecutor Blackwell won't like this. I almost feel sorry for the detective. Almost. You can at least pretend to feel sorry by wiping that big grin off your face. Wait just 1 minute. This clock is an hour ahead right now, sure. But what proof do you have that it was running ahead on the day of the crime? That's a good question. Wait, I think I just might have something. Detective Fulbright, you would agree that there is a moon outside this window, right? Sure, a nice crescent one, like something out of a picture book. But if you look at that window in the back with the winch attached to it, you'll see that only the view to be had is the opposite side of the school building. Ooh, then what's this moon doing here? I wonder. Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you? That's right, but I hadn't seen this stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and big crescent moon isn't half bad. This isn't the same as the one painted on the stage backdrop. The proof's right here, Detective. This shows it was 6 o'clock when it was taken. Here we go.
Take that!
I know what this moon really is. And if you look at this photo, you'll know too. This shows where that moon in the photo came from and the truth of Junie's testimony. Whoa, what? Where? Where does it show that? If you look right here, it will all become crystal clear.
The time or the moon?
I think just this. They were still prepping the stage, so its backdrop wasn't in place yet. This photo shows them in the process of moving the backdrop into position. I can see that. That's the big board hanging here. The size matches too. But there's no picture. That's a crucial detail. It is, but I believe what we're seeing in this photo is the back of the board. The back of the... That's right, and at around 6 p.m. when this was taken, a photo of that same board was being taken from the front. What do you mean the front? The front is against the wall. That's where you're wrong. What about the window? Remember how we said the moon shouldn't even exist in this photo? Take a close look. Are you suggesting the moon is the one on the backdrop? Exactly. In short, the photo was taken while the backdrop was being moved. And as you can see here, it's around 6 p.m. when the backdrop was being set in place. So the art room clock was running fast, at least as far as the day back as the day of the murder. How can I ever face Prosecutor Blackwell now? Yes, I just blew a hole in the piece of prosecution's evidence. Well, I think we've examined pretty much everything we can. That is a good stopping point. Alright, well, we probably don't have too much to go for the investigation, so next time we'll probably wrap that up and start the trial. Nothing we have really tells us who did it, but it is clearing some stuff up at least. So that's good. Alright.